After setting up an enticing fourth-round tie with Maria Sharapova at the French Open, Serena Williams brought into question claims made in her book. The American impressively beat 11th seed Julia Goerges in straight sets to book a date with the Russian, a matchup that is the most eagerly anticipated clash of the tournament so far. Since their last meeting at the Australian Open in 2016, just before the five-time Grand Slam champion was handed a 15-month drugs ban, Sharapova released an autobiography titled, "Unstoppable, My Life So Far." Sharapova spent a large chunk of her book discussing Williams and recalled a time where she caught the 36-year-old crying after losing the final of Wimbledon back in 2004. "I don't think she's ever forgiven me for it, witnessing this low and vulnerable moment," she wrote. "I think Serena hated me for being the skinny kid who beat her, against all odds, at Wimbledon. I think she hated me for taking something that she believed belonged to her. I think she hated me for seeing her at her lowest moment. But mostly I think she hated me for hearing her cry. She's never forgiven me for it." Not long after the tournament, I heard Serena told a friend, who then told me, "I will never lose to that little b********* again." The 23-time Grand Slam champion was questioned on comments made about her and branded them as 100% hearsay. "I think the book was 100% hearsay, at least all the stuff I read and the quotes that I read, which was a little bit disappointing," she said in her post-match press conference. "You know, I have cried in the locker room many times after a loss, and that's what I have seen a lot of people do. I think it's normal. I think if anything, it shows the passion and the desire and, you know, the will that you have to want to go out there and do the best. It's a Wimbledon final, you know. So it's just, like, I think it would be more shocking if I wasn't in tears. And I am emotional and I do have emotions and I wear them on my sleeve. You know, I'm human. So for me I think it's totally normal. I think what happens there should definitely maybe stay there and not necessarily talk about it in a not-so-positive way in a book. But regardless, that's that." And Williams admitted she was surprised by how much of Sharapova's book focused on her and questioned why she had featured so much. "Well, yeah, I mean, you know, as a fan, I wanted to read the book and I was really excited for it to come out and I was really happy for her," she added. "And then the book was a lot about me. I was surprised about that, to be honest. You know, I was, like, oh, okay. I didn't expect to be reading a book about me. That wasn't necessarily true. So I was, like, this is really interesting, but, you know, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know. I think maybe I didn't know she looked up to me that much or was so involved in my career." Despite raising issues with how truthful the content in the book was, Williams played down any negative feelings towards the Russian. "So I don't have any negative feelings towards her," which again, was a little disappointing to see in that hearsay book, Williams continued. "So I have always, you know, and especially having a daughter, like, I feel like negativity is taught. One of the things I always say, I feel like women, especially, should bring each other up. You know, a lot of people always assume that I feel a different way and it's not true. You know, if anything, I feel like we should encourage each other, and the success of one female should be the inspiration to another, and I have said that 1,000 times. So for me, I always get inspired by other women that are doing well. Before her incident of drugs or not, you know, I just feel like she was, you know, doing good before that. So I feel like now she's doing well again, and I have never had any hard feelings toward her. So I feel like whenever I play her, obviously I go out there the way I play everyone else. Go extremely hard, and, you know, I don't play anyone different. I play everyone so hard because they play me really hard and I always have to be ready for it. Despite having won 18 consecutive matches against the 31-year-old, Williams began the mind games by claiming she views Sharapova as the favorite to reach the quarterfinals at Roland Garros. Well, quite frankly, she's probably a favorite in this match, for sure, she smiled. You know, she's been playing, like I said, for over a year now. I just started. So, I'm just really trying to get my bearings and trying to feel out where I am and see where I can go. But I think this will be another test. I think this is just one of her best surfaces, and she always does really, really well here. So this would be a good opportunity for me kind of to see where I am and just hopefully continue to go forward.